News at 7:30. A service. A Barong Insurance Agency. The big story for 7:30, a fatality accident in Custer County. I'm John Matthews. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol investigating a fatal two-vehicle crash that happened Thursday afternoon at the intersection of U.S. Highway 183 and East 960 Road in Custer County. According to OHP, the collision occurred around 5 p.m. Rodney Ray Newfield, 75 of Custer City, and his passenger, Kathy Newfield, 73, both killed in the crash. Both were wearing seatbelts. The driver of the other vehicle, 37-year-old Cody Stevens of Kingston, Oklahoma, was injured and expected to survive. Troopers say the cause of the crash remains under investigation. The Oklahoma Department of Transportation says Interstate 40 narrows in western Oklahoma today for striping purposes. ODOT officials say westbound I-40 will be narrowed to one lane with a rolling roadblock between Haggard Road and Clinton and State Highway 34 in Elk City today from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Drivers should use caution and expect delays. A building restoration project's underway in the town of Hinton. Kyra Huckabee has more.
The Hinton Economic Development Authority is working to refurbish a former gas station building in Hinton, says authority member Shelley Smith.
It's an old building, a part of the original downtown on the corner, the four-way stop at Main and Broadway. It needed some work to be able to get the building occupied. Some people came together and we made it economically feasible to retro that building back to look like it was the original gas station from decades ago.
Smith says work is only being done on the exterior of the building, but potential future plans could allow for further economic development in the town.
Do the retrofit, and then we'll see what happens after that. If we have any interest in the building, whether it would be to finish it and lease it out or to sell it to someone. We're just looking for businesses to come in to downtown Hinton, and we'd love to have a business fill up that corner lot. The building is big enough to have two offices adjacent to it that used to be old bays from the filling station, but they'll have small independent offices that would face 281 and have frontage on 281 highway.
Additionally, any residents with photos of the former gas station are asked to share them with the authority. I'm Kyra Huckabee for Right Radio News.
Thank you, Kyra. Oklahoma House Minority Leader Cindy Munson recently spoke with Right Media about her campaign to be the next governor.
I think, one, we need more balance in government, and I think getting out of one-party control that has failed Oklahomans the last 2 decades. Republicans have been in charge, and we're at the bottom of everything that matters. And I think having someone like me who understands what everyday people are going through, I'm grateful to have access to public schools, healthcare system, things that were important to me as a kid and my family growing up. I am where I am today because of those investments. I want to work with both Republicans and Democrats to solve problems.
Munson is the Democratic nominee for the gubernatorial race. She'll appear on the November ballot with a Republican nominee who will be decided by voters in the August runoff. We'll have more news coming up next.
Here's Jeff Barong.
We try to show our clients integrity, honesty, and compassion when we're working with them. You can get insurance all sorts of places. The most important thing for us, and it's knowing that you're getting not only really good service, but you're also getting the insurance know-how to make sure you're getting covered as best as the market is going to allow you to be covered.
For all types of insurance, it's Barong Insurance, the agency service-built. Barong Insurance.
The Performing Arts Center on Weatherford High School campus will be the site for the 2027 Miss Oklahoma Ultimate USA State Pageant. The event will be held January 29th through the 31st. As contestants from across Oklahoma take the stage to compete for the opportunity to represent the state at the national pageant in Florida. With the upcoming 4th of July holiday, Thomas Mayor Jeff Ghost says residents are able to set fireworks off within city limits during designated times.
We're a proponent of having people celebrate the 4th, and so we allow people to shoot off fireworks.
Fireworks are allowed in the city of Thomas on July 3rd and 4th from 10 a.m. to midnight, and July 5th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. As she steps into her new role as Custer County OSU Extension Director, 4-H educator Ashlyn Hunter highlights her experience in Custer County.
I started over here March 16th of last year, so I've kind of been able to get my feet on the ground. It's somewhere we live, as my husband's also the ag teacher at Arapahoe Butler, so we're pretty familiar with the area. So being able to kind of work with the kids, work with the ag teachers, work with the parents has been great. Working in this office has been fantastic. We work very well together. So we are sad to see Larry leave, but it'll all be good. And so we've had a lot of fun experiences.
Hunter will succeed Larry Bryant as the county extension director. Bryant will be returning to his career in agriculture education and will be teaching in Cordell. News at 7:30, a service of Barong Insurance Agency. Coming up next with local funeral services after word from Lee Hometown Funeral Home.
Most people don't even know where to begin when planning a funeral. Who wants to think about that anyway? So we put it off and often leave the burden on someone else. Or if the unexpected happens to a loved one, funeral arrangements are the last thing we want to think about. At Lee Hometown Funeral Home in Clinton, they will help you make funeral arrangements with compassion and understanding. Brandon Lee, the owner of Lee Hometown Funeral Home, understands the difference that locally owned and operated makes. Please visit Lee Hometown Funeral Home today at 1217 West Gary in Clinton.
Funeral services for 62-year-old Barbara Ann Reynolds will be held today at 1 o'clock to Shine in Arapahoe Emergency Response Center in Clinton. She worked at Lucky Star Casino. Interment will be at the Clinton Cemetery. Services under the direction of Keesawley Funeral Home in Clinton. A celebration of life for Christy Jo Hill will be held today at 1 o'clock at the Church of Christ in Weatherford. She worked for Deer Creek Conservation District. Services under the direction of Lockstone Funeral Home of Weatherford. A memorial service for 97-year-old Julia Faye Shepard Hamlin will be held on Saturday at 10 o'clock at the Keesawley Funeral Home in Clinton. She worked as a bank teller and trust officer. Today's funeral notice is a service of Brandon Lee at Lee Hometown Funeral Home in Clinton.